Welcome back. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. So most imagine this earth and these heavens burning up and passing away. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am come to destroy but to fulfill. Verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Now, if you're consistent with your beliefs, then really you should be keeping the Old Testament laws, because it says, think that I come not to destroy until heaven and earth pass away, not a jot or tittle shall pass away. So I see why some people keep the law, because they don't understand that heaven and earth passing away is something different. Now, I would say they're somewhat more consistent with their views. And so I want to offer a different view of what this means and show you that's not what's being talked about, and not that we have to keep the law. A whole different scenario. It's not this cube coming down. So this is what I believe this scripture is saying. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. He's talking about the law or the prophets. I'm not come to destroy but to fulfill. So he had to do the law and prophets. But once he had done them, then they were going to fade away and be destroyed. The heaven and earth was referring to the old covenant system. One jot or tittle shall no way pass from the law till all be fulfilled. So there were still some things to be fulfilled even after his death, and that's the removal of the old covenant system and the temple. This is the burning that's being referred to. And I hope to show that in this video, like I said I would in the previous videos, Lord willing. And so here today, we have it coming to you. You haven't come to a mountain that can be touched. So it's inside us. It can't be touched. It's within us. You haven't come to a mountain that is burning with fire, like the old covenant system when he came and burned Mount Sinai. You haven't come to darkness and gloom and storm. You haven't come to a blast from God's trumpet. You haven't come to a voice speaking to you from heaven. When people heard that voice long ago, they begged it not to say anything more to them. What God commanded was too much for them. The 10 Commandments were too much, it says. He said, even if an animal touches the mountain, it must be killed with stones. The sight was terrifying. Moses said, I am trembling with fear. But now you have come to Mount Zion. You have come to the Jerusalem in heaven. That's our destination, heaven. It is the city of living God. You have come to a joyful gathering of angels. There are thousands and thousands of them. You have come to the church of God's people. That's here on earth and in heaven eventually also. God's first and only Son is over all things. We'll talk about that in a moment. God's people share in what belongs to his Son. Their names are written in heaven, not earth. You have come to God. He is the judge. God is in heaven. He's in the north. We showed that earlier. He is the judge of all people. When you die once, all men are commanded to die, and then once appointed to die, and then judgment. You have come to the spirits of godly people who have been made perfect. You have come to Jesus. He is the go-between of a new covenant. We showed that in the previous video, part 9. You have come to the sprinkled blood. It promises better things than the blood of Abel. Be sure that you don't say no to the one who speaks. People did not escape when they said no to the one who warned them on earth in the old covenant. And if we turn away from the one who warns us from heaven, talking about the new covenant, how much less will we escape? At that time, his voice shook the earth when he implemented the old covenant. But now he has promised, once more I will shake the earth, I will also shake the heavens. So when he institutes the new covenant, he has to shake the earth and shake the heavens again. So the earth and heavens that he shook were the old covenant that he installed when he shook them the first time. So the words once more point out that what can be shaken can be taken away. So he shakes the old covenant, takes it away. I'm talking about created things like the temple, not creation itself. If that's what he meant, then what can be shaken will remain. How can you have the earth burned up and remain if it's restored? It's not talking about creation. It's talking about his kingdom will remain. We receive a kingdom that can't be shaken. So let us be thankful. Then we can worship God in a way that pleases him. Remember it said, you'll worship neither here nor in Jerusalem. You'll worship all around the world. We'll worship him with deep respect and wonder. Our God is like a fire that burns everything up. So, back to this verse here. The Lord shall be king over all the earth. The Son is over all things. Not on the earth, over the earth, from the north, up high. I know that seems like a minor detail. A gentleman said to me, right there it says he's king on the earth. I know it kind of looks like that, but it just doesn't say king on the earth anywhere in the Bible. I can see why we want to interject that word, but it's not in there. And I don't know if any Bibles say king on earth. If they do, I do believe that they're taking a bold leap. So God is a fire that burns everything up. He's talking about this old covenant system, and we'll look at how we know that a little bit more. So when he implemented from heaven the old covenant, take heed unto yourselves lest you forget the covenant of the Lord your God, the old covenant, which he made with you, and make you a graven image or likeness in anything which the Lord hath God forbidden. For the Lord thy God is a consuming fire, even jealous. So he implemented that idea of the fire was going to burn the old covenant right when he was talking about it and instituting it. So hopefully it'll become a little more clear even just a little bit further on here. So again, here's the heavens and earth passing away, I believe. In the 120th day came the word of the prophet Haggai, saying, Speak to Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, governor of Judah, and Joshua, and the son of Josedek, the high priest, and the residue of the people, saying, Who is left among you that saw this house in our first glory, Solomon's temple? And how do you see it now, the second temple? Is it not in your eyes a comparison as in nothing? So I'll skip to the words in a little brighter here. For thus said the Lord of hosts, Yet once it is a little while, and I will shake the heavens. So, yet once, in a little while, he's going to shake the heavens and earth and the sea and the dry land, just as we talked a little bit in the beginning of this video in Hebrews. So he shakes the heaven, the earth, and the sea, the old covenant system, the people being the sea, and the dry land being Jerusalem. And I will shake the nations, and the desire of all nations shall come, and it will fill the house of glory, saith the Lord of hosts. Silver is mine, gold is mine, saith the Lord of hosts. The glory of this latter house shall be greater of the former, saith the Lord of the hosts. And in this place I'll give peace, that saith the Lord of hosts. So what is this greater house? We talked a little bit about Ezekiel's temple when I wanted to erase that out of your mind and show you that he's talking about a rock, Christ, that grows into a spiritual temple all over the earth. And we showed that earlier, that the living waters go out all over the earth. So hopefully this is making sense. I love you lots, and I believe this is a consistent view where scriptures don't have to contradict, don't make sense, don't have things that just don't settle right. These all interline and go hand in hand with one another. As always, love you lots. Take care.